What's happening, party people? Man, I'm still home, but we're having a promise for some good weather throughout the next several days. So, got a COVID shot a couple days ago, booster, Moderna, wiped me out almost 2 days. Running low and high grade fever, body ache, sweats, all that stuff. Anyway, feel pretty good today. Haven't had a fever today yet, so hopefully I'll get some stuff done. Yesterday I got some done on the valves, got those cleaned up so I can get those heads back together. And next I gotta rip the head off of that wagon, hopefully replace that today and tomorrow. Do a couple things over the weekend. I was thinking about leaving tomorrow, but got a doctor's appointment for Diane Tuesday. Wouldn't do me no good to go all the way out New York, full day travel there, full day travel back, only be out there 2 days. So I hope to leave Tuesday morning after her appointment, stay out there for about a week and come back. Not going to have a lot of time to help a lot of people, but I will be delivering parts, help a couple people, get back here for Christmas. Probably between Christmas and New Year's, go help somebody that's having serious issues with their car that I worked on already. Then first part of January, I'm looking like I'm going to take a trip out west. So if you are out on the west coast, holler at your boy. Maybe we can get together, probably get together. I don't think I'll have tools, but I will have transportation to get around. So I got to get a bunch of stuff out of my storage in Albuquerque, bring back, so I'll be traveling light until I hit Albuquerque, working my way back to Cincinnati. Probably be out west most of January. California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, down the south side, staying out of that cold belt up there. Everything lower than I-70 probably. But if you're out there, just let me know. Maybe we can help you out if you need some help. Planning on going through Fresno, I believe, Bakersfield, Las Vegas, LA, probably Phoenix, Oklahoma City, places like that. So send me a message. Maybe we can get something scheduled in. I don't think I'll be in a hurry to come back here because of the weather. But hey, January, maybe February too, if I got enough people that need help out there. So give me a holler, call, or text. Don't text me no videos, just text me a message. Don't write me a book. If you got a book, call me. I like books to be narrated, not sent through a text message on 22 pages in my text message string. So that's where I'm at. Hope you enjoyed today's clips. Catch you tomorrow. Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert. That's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you could click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. I am selling these wheels because I am not buying 18-inch tires to fit them. They are in decent shape. Of course, they're older wheels. They came on some C70s. But I'm not buying no tires to fit these 18-inch wheels. So if you're interested in them, let me know. This is the only one that I see has damage. Doesn't look like it affects the integrity of it being able to hold air. May be able to get that repaired. Man, if you guys are on Patreon, $100 a piece. Everybody else, $125 a piece. Shipped, delivered, stripped, whatever. I'm not going to need them. Nice wheels, but I'm not going to buy these size tires, like I said. Finally picked myself up a screw, hole, bolt, measuring tool to know the size of the bolts I have. Next up is Betsy, folks. I'm going to replace the cylinder head on this car in the next couple of days. So I need to see if I can find the title. I think it's in Panther still. And if my name is on it, I got to get that title transferred to my name at the Ohio DMV, and then put some insurance on this car so that I can test drive. Don't want to be driving no car without insurance. Got me a new hat from the blood donation place. Woo woo. Cincinnati's first snow boy. People stopping on these little hills and they are getting stuck. That van had to turn around like ice. Elizabeth trying to warm up Little Red. Woo woo. I'm gonna check the map. It's probably bad all over the place. Cars getting stuck from stopping on those little streets. It's ridiculous. Time has finally come. So, these valves need to be cleaned off. They're a little oily. I should have probably soaked them in some cleaner and cleaned and dried them off. But anyway, I got to hit them with this wire wheel. Holding these things in a tight fist to get the wire wheel to clean them is actually painful. I don't know if that's one of the reasons why I've been putting this job off, other than having a bunch of local stuff to do. So what I've decided to do is take something that I can grip easier, figure out how big that hole is. I got my little hole sizer now. Drill a hole in this and put the valve in that and hold this. A lot easier than holding that little valve, clean the carbon off. Maybe a little quicker too. So let me go ahead and get my drill bit, drill a hole in this thing. I got two different sizes I could use. I got a big old long. I bought a 4-foot piece of that. I don't think I need a piece that big. Just that size should help me and get to cleaning these valves. Not sure which one this goes to. The head marked 8640. Maybe the turbo head. Not sure. So either the turbo or the NA. This is probably Panther's old head. It's not as oily. That other head was so oily and black. Let me go over here and look at this stuff. Yeah, so this stuff is all black. This is likely that NA head. So this is probably Panther's turbo head parts. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up first. And then I'll clean those up. Then I'll put those together. Then I'll go pull that head off of that car outside. Well, 7mm valves fit in there perfect. So my drill bit needs to be smaller than this 5/16, maybe 9/32 will be good. Let's see here. Well, it appears that I need a set of metric drill bits. 5/16 is too big, a 1/4 inch is too small. I don't have those. Let me look around, see if there's another drill bit set around. Maybe Elizabeth has one, because a 1/4 inch again is too small. And I don't have any metric bits. I took the 1/4 inch drill bit, drilled it down in that hole, wiggled it around, made the hole a little loose, and it went in there about halfway. So let me fire this up, see if this works, and then I need to go get the hardware to bolt this to the table. Oh yeah, made a big difference, man. I got this valve pretty much cleaned up in a matter of a minute or less, having that handle on there. So I'm definitely going to be using that from now on. Again, let me go find the hardware to mount that grinder to this table so I can go ahead and get to work. I took a small ruler, measured the distance from that hole to that hole. Then I took a square, squared it up, went across that distance. These bolts are 1/4 inch. They fit in that hole perfectly. I didn't want bolts that are too big, so let me go ahead and drop these down in there, tighten them up from the bottom. I should put lock washers on them, but I don't plan on leaving that bolted to the table at all times, so I'll probably be sliding it back and forth. I was going to use wing nuts, but I don't see any washers right now. I'm going to go ahead and bolt this down. Really, I just don't want it sliding. I could just drop the bolts through it. That'll probably be enough. And I got some of these washers that'll fit this. I don't know where they are at the moment, but let me go ahead and move this forward, put it in place, go get my goggles, my respirator face mask, because I don't want to be breathing all this metal and carbon that comes off these valves, and get cracking. I got the valve in the holder here, and I'm going to this carbon off of here. Nice and clean. That should be good. Took about a minute and a half. These exhaust valves have more carbon on them. It took about 4.5 minutes to clean off one of these exhaust valves. So the intake valves are taking about a minute and a half. The exhaust valves are taking about 4.5 minutes. Got all the valves done for John's head. The valves that come out of Panther. Man, the average clean time for these exhaust valves was like 2.5 minutes. They actually came clean pretty easy compared to most exhaust valves that I have to clean up. It just seems like the carbon wasn't baked on as hard as on some other valves that I've cleaned. Not sure if that has something to do with me using top tier gas all the time or not. So I got to find 2 more valves for his head. Then I got to work on that NA head that belongs to Francis. You can see all the metal that's coming off of this wire wheel sticking in me. Somebody said I should wear an apron. Probably right. I at least put the gloves on to stop it from sticking through my finger skin. So I'm going to take a quick lunch break, get down here and work on another one of these sets of valves, and then I got another sets of valves to work on. So I'm going to try to do 3 today. At an average of 2 minutes of valves, 20 times 2, 40 minutes or so per set. So 3 hours ought to be done. I'm all done with the valves that was in that NA head. I think when I pulled those out, I made mention that several of them were very tight in the head. That made me think that possibly they were aftermarket valves. As you can see, I got a lot of burrs on me from this wire wheel, man. And I'm glad I had my respirator on and my eye protection on. I'm wearing this eye protection. And I don't know if you got to go this far, but I was wearing this kind of paint respirator. And I could smell the stuff coming off of those valves. One thing I did notice on these valves is they have some kind of part number at the tip of them. Let me see if I could show that to you. Every one of these valves at the very top have some kind of part number on them. Does that say Volvo? Heck, that says Volvo. Intake. IMP. I don't know what that says, but I think that says Volvo. Maybe these are not aftermarket valves. I think that says Volvo. I could be wrong. So these are Volvo intake valves. I've never seen that on any other valves before. On this NA, this is the only head I've ever seen that on. So I don't know what's going on here. So these are Volvo valves. I got all the intake cleaned up, all the exhaust cleaned up. And this came out of that NA head that was, man, black on the inside. And I filled it up with a bunch of degreaser. I was going to top it off with water or whatever. I thought the tub was long enough to set my cylinder head down in there, but as you can see, it is not. The top of it's wide enough, but it gets narrow as it goes down. So I got to go to the store and get another storage tub to bathe this cylinder head in and try to get the little crap off the cylinder head. Really, if this surface is clean, this surface is clean, and the bottom of the cam cover is clean, that's all that matters. I was just going to do some extra by immerging the cylinder head into this degreaser solution to try to get them looking a little better, like some of my buddies do. I figure if I get enough solution in there, throw them in there, come back next day or two, brush them off, and it looked like in the new cylinder head, that'd be great. But the tub's got to be big enough, and I got to have enough solution. So let me back up, get another tub, make sure it's big enough, and swing again. So I learned something new today. I learned that the older cylinder head valves actually has the part number etched in the tip of it and the word Volvo. The newer ones do not have that. So if I grab a newer valve, that is not on there. I think they may have stopped putting it on there, like this one has it as well. They may have stopped putting it on there like in 96 or 97, because my newer valves don't have it. Let me find one. Well, I don't have to find one. You can take my word. Oh, here it is here. See, this valve here doesn't have nothing on the end of it. It does have something on the bottom, and the newer ones have it on the bottom but nothing on the top. The older ones have it on the top but nothing on the bottom. There you have it. Learned something new today. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.